How's Capcom and what they've been doing with the game franchise, how has that influenced the movie?
Well, the movies are born out of the game franchise. You know, it's really born out of my love of playing the first two games. That's how I became involved. And, you know, I think the DNA of the games is just intertwined with the DNA of the movies. Although we tell a slightly different story, we tell like a parallel story to the video games, very much occurs in the world of the video games. So the look of the movies, the way they're shot, the creatures, I mean, that's all very much the world of the game.
How are you going to up the ante with the monsters in this film and the action?
Well, I think, I mean, we really went for it. You know, this is the final movie in the franchise, so I felt a great pressure to kind of really deliver for the fans and also end on the best movie of the franchise. So I think the action on this movie is just insane. I mean, it's pretty non-stop. I mean, by the end of the movie, I feel like you haven't just watched an apocalypse, you've actually been involved in one.
What do you feel the secret ingredients to the longevity of the box office success of the Resident Evil movies, and how have they been one of the only video games to transfer to that?
I think the key to our success is looking you right over the shoulder behind you. I mean, it's Mila. She is really the kind of beating heart of the franchise. I think she gives the franchise a humanity that people could latch onto, and I think her struggle as the individual against the giant corporation is something that everyone can really associate with. I think it's something that people feel right now, is that maybe, you know, these big corporations don't have our best interests at heart. And that even more than the zombies, even more than the monsters, that for me is what Resident Evil is all about.
Is this really the final chapter?
Absolutely, it's the end of the franchise, and it brings the whole story full circle. You know, it's Mila returning to the Hive, returning to where everything began, and finishing the job that she started 15 years ago.
What's it like to get back to Raccoon City after all of these movies?
It was amazing. I mean, and also the Hive as well. We actually reconstructed some of the sets that we'd originally built for the first movie. So for me, kind of walking onto those sets for the first time, it's like traveling back in time. It was great.
How will these Resident Evil movies help Monster Hunter?
Well, I mean, we've made the biggest and the best video game into movie adaptation ever. So, you know, Monster Hunter's another one. So obviously, I think it's made us the kind of premium brand in terms of adapting video games. So it's definitely kind of eased the path for Monster Hunter.